Step 1 in the engineering process is to identify the criteria and the constraints for your client. The client will come to you with a challenge asking you to solve a problem for them. It's up to you to determine what they want based on their criteria and their constraints. Criteria are the minimum needs or wants of your client. What are they asking you to design and build? How big is it? What do they want it made out of? Is there certain color choices that they want? Constraints, on the other hand, are your limitations. Usually a limitation includes how much time do you have to design and build the product. This is probably the most difficult constraint. Another constraint will be a budget. How much money will you have to spend to build your product? The first thing you'll do is read the challenge from your client. You're looking for things like, what is the client's name? What are you being asked to design and build? And again, what are all those specific criteria? So you're looking for things that will affect how do you design and build a product. Make sure you're not including information that your client is in charge of. So for example, if they said, we need to build 18 houses in this location by January 1st, that's what they have to do. What do you have to do? You want to get a step 1 sheet from your teacher, and if you notice at the top, you put your client's name. Criteria is 1 criteria per line, 1 idea per line. The purpose of this sheet is that so you can scan it quickly to remember all the things your client is asking you to do. So for example, on this challenge, you're building nesting boxes. You'll be assigned a worker. It gives you sizes, length, width, height of different boxes, and then scales. It looks as though you have to do a lid, and whoever your worker is will give you in design and color input. If you notice at the bottom of the page, it will be your constraints. And finally, in step 1, you want to do a T-chart. On the left column, you write down all of the criteria that you wrote down on the front page. The right column is for what do you need to research in each area. So for example, nesting box, well, didn't know what that was, so I guess I'll look that up. Length, width, and height, I just want a picture of a box and then I'll label it. Scale, well, how do you actually determine scale? I'll look that up. The lid, I know what a lid is, but I'm curious about my hinges. What are my options that I have? And then my color and design. For that, I can look it up. Actually, what I'll do is I'll come up with several themes so that my worker can look at my themes.